I have a throwback clip for you. This is from either 2016 or 2017. I don't remember. I know we covered it once before, but I wanted to bring this back up for you because it popped up on social media over the weekend. So this is Noam Chomsky. He's asked about the 2016 election, and here's what he had to say about Bernie Sanders.
Trump is one result of that.
Right.
Brexit is a result of that. Le Pen is a result.
And why do you think the response to the problem you've talked about of low incomes, why do people then jump to a Le Pen or a Trump rather than to Bernie Sanders or to the solution you would advocate?
They jump to Bernie Sanders. The most remarkable thing about the last election was actually Bernie Sanders, not Trump. Bernie Sanders broke with a century of American political history. In American elections back to the late 19th century, elections are basically bought, literally. You can predict with remarkable accuracy electability simply on the basis of campaign funding and also policies. There's very substantial political science research on this. Sanders came along, no support from the corporate sector, no support from the wealthy. The media simply dismissed him as ridiculous. He was basically unknown. He even used a scare word, socialist. And he would have won the Democratic nomination if it hadn't been for the shenanigans of the party managers. If you take a look at popularity today, he is far and away the most popular figure in the American political system.
That is the world's most prominent intellectual talking about one Bernard Sanders, America's dad. That's an awesome clip. And in a roundabout way, he's saying hashtag Bernie would have won if it wasn't for the, quote, shenanigans of the party managers. Yeah, I mean, I know they tried to pull the wool over our eyes and act like that wasn't the case, and they call us conspiracy theorists, but no, that's what we learned pretty clearly from the WikiLeaks. And I know they call you a Russian agent for even looking at those WikiLeaks, but that's because that's all they have is smears, because they can't keep a lid on the truth on this front. So, isn't that great? The lesson to take away from the Bernie Sanders campaign and from what Noam Chomsky is saying here is yet again an argument that I find myself having with centrists all the time, which is it's a fundamental misnomer to say the way you win elections is to be a centrist, be a moderate, run to the middle, reach across the aisle. In fact, the way you get more support from your own base and from the other side is to have a principled vision to fix the country. And so if you argue for social democracy, you get everybody. You're not going to get the hardcore base of Republicans, but outside of them, you'll get everybody. You'll get independents. You'll get some disaffected Republicans. You'll get the entire Democratic base. You'll get new voters, which is a huge thing because a lot of people don't vote in the United States of America. Noam Chomsky has also called Bernie Sanders a New Deal Democrat, an FDR-style New Deal Democrat, and he's also called him a fundamentally decent human being. That is high praise from a man who, talking about the U.S. political system, has almost nothing positive to say about the politicians involved in it and about the way the system works and about our empire around the world. That is very high praise from the world's most prominent intellectual. But this was 2016, 2017. I don't know if he said anything about the 2019 campaign yet, but my guess is he would have similar things to say about the fundamental decency of Bernie Sanders. So we know what to run on. We know what to argue for. We know the vision. We know that there's no pivot coming. That's another important point. No pivot. Say exactly what you were saying in the primary. And we know that can win. And don't take it from me, take it from Noam Chomsky.